with a quick story. This time last year, Bella Magana of Tinley Park was worried about her family's finances. She'd recently given birth to her first child, not long after Congress failed to renew the child tax credit. She and her husband had full-time jobs, but no way of covering both their mortgage and mounting child care expenses. I know this sounds all too familiar to many Cook County residents. And as many parents know, child care expenses can sometimes cost more than what a full-time job can cover. On a hope and a prayer, Bella applied for our Cook County Promise Guaranteed Income Pilot through the Bureau of Economic Development. She is now one of 3,250 participants receiving $500 a month for 2 years. Let me put that into perspective. More than 230,000 people applied for our program, nearly 250,000 people. This program doesn't make life perfect, but now life is just a little bit better, a little bit easier for Bella and her family. That's what we do here in Cook County. That's why we're here. We seek to make life a little better for all Cook County. And that's whether you're a lifelong resident or newly arrived. Our commitment, our promise to you is action. It never wavers. Bella represents so many Cook County residents, so many parents who just want to provide for their family. Our thanks to her for participating in our program. One of the distinct privileges I have as president of the Cook County Board of Commissioners is to address all of you about the budget. The budget reflects our shared values. It's a blueprint for our future, and it's a testament to our commitment to the well-being of our residents without raising taxes or fees. It's a document that speaks to the services we provide, the communities we support, and the dreams we aspire to realize. It's a critical instrument in shaping the future of Cook County. And today I will share what makes it one of the most bold and transformative budgets since I took office over a decade ago. We've worked diligently to make Cook County a place of innovation, resilience, and opportunity. Our investments in health care, public safety, small businesses, housing, and infrastructure are paying off. But as we all know, progress is not achieved overnight. There's still a lot of work to be done. And through a pandemic, inflation, economic uncertainty, and numerous regional and global challenges, I can confidently say today that the financial condition of Cook County is strong. Our proposed $9.14 billion budget is balanced, and it leaves room for prudent reserves for our long-term programs. Over time, the county has made difficult but necessary choices to meet our fiscal obligations, and it continues to pay off. For starters, we've decreased our outstanding debt by over $700 million. That's almost $750 million in the last decade. Cook County has also seen its bond rating upgraded twice. I want to thank our CFO, Tanya Anthony, and our finance team for all the work they've done to make this possible. This recognition is proof that local governments can both invest in our communities and be responsible stewards of our residents' tax dollars. We're also proud of the recent pension legislation passed by the state legislature. This was made possible by collaborating with House Speaker Chris Welch, Senate President Don Harmon, as well as State Senator Robert Martwick, State Representative Marcus Evans, the County Pension Fund, our finance and legal teams, and various other stakeholders. Through this work, we now have our pension contribution schedule codified in state statute. And as a result, we're on track to reach a 100% funded pension system in the next 35 years. Yes, this is a big deal. I won't quote President Biden on this. I'll just say it's a big deal and shows a promising future. I want to thank my entire intergovernmental affairs team for their excellent work over many years to secure this landmark legislation. We're in a strong position because we've been faithfully living within our means, doing more with less, and creating structural budget solutions year after year. And we're also continuing to turn hardships into historic investments. This includes managing the nation's largest publicly funded guaranteed income initiative, putting millions of dollars toward assisting small businesses, and providing funding to help residents abolish medical debt. Because of our judicious management over the years, we have the capacity to sustain pandemic-era programs after we've spent down our federal ARPA dollars. We've developed a thoughtful plan that sets aside $167 million in county funds to preserve vital programs in a financially responsible manner. This is an important step towards building on the good work of providing important services to our residents. We're spending our ARPA funds with transparency and accountability, hallmarks of my administration. Our new website is arpa.cookcountyil.gov. Thanks to our Bureau of Technology, it has up-to-date reports and information on hundreds of millions of dollars and numerous programs we are carefully managing. One pillar you will see on our new website is called Safe and Thriving Communities. When it comes to public safety, I'm proud of the work the county and our Justice Advisory Council have done around violence prevention. The safety of our residents is our priority, and we are allocating resources to support our community partners who've been working on the front lines. To date, we've awarded $110 million to community-based organizations working with individuals at the highest risk of perpetrating or being victims of violence to de-escalate and disrupt violence when it occurs. Organizations like EMAN, Green Reentry, Firehouse Community Arts provide leadership and job training opportunities. Young men like Preston Baldwin, who is here with us today, have come full circle from being mentored himself to now helping other young people in therapeutic support and access to the arts. Please stand, Preston. Preston came to Firehouse Community Arts when a street outreach team encouraged him to be part of their program. He lost several friends and 2 brothers to gun violence, 2 brothers. As he tells it, waking up every day, not knowing if it would be his last, just didn't sit right with him. He has 2 kids, and he wanted to take care of them in a positive way. He said to us, "If it weren't for Firehouse's outreach team, there's no way of knowing where I'd be right now." They contacted Preston a few times, but he didn't enroll until he was finally ready. He was undecided about what he really wanted to do, but that didn't stop them from being great mentors. They taught him the true meaning of purpose, authority, and character. They were in his corner, and he flourished. And now he's a Firehouse mentor himself, coming full circle and helping other young people move through the same program that was so transformational for him not long ago. Thank you, Preston. Thank you, Preston, not only for giving back, but for being a role model for so many others. These are life-changing programs that connect people to the critical services they need to change the trajectory of their lives. This type of investment can go a long way toward addressing the root causes of violence. That's why we're closely coordinating with the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago to maximize our collective resources to have the greatest impact. Initiated by Lynetta Haynes Turner, my chief of staff, this historic and unprecedented coordination and collaboration across all 3 units of government will help community safety and save lives. I would be remiss not to mention the Pretrial Fairness Act in the context of our discussion of public safety and justice. Just a few weeks ago, we celebrated a milestone, ending the archaic money bond system in Illinois. It was a system that wrongly tied access to financial resources to pretrial freedom. The result was that countless individuals, too often from Black and Latino communities, spent weeks, months, and even years in jail just for being poor. Throughout our history, like so many jurisdictions across the country, Cook County experienced decades of racial segregation and disinvestment. In response to crime, Black and Latino communities have been subjected to hyper-policing and mass incarceration. And for many years, Cook County Jail was notoriously overcrowded. I'm proud of the fact that Cook County is now implementing all reforms under the Pretrial Fairness Act, and we continue to be committed to the strategy of long-term investment that supports vulnerable residents and their communities. The stability that these investments provide can effectively increase community safety and decrease reliance on the criminal justice system. That's our vision for the future. This, too, is justice. And when it comes to justice, we must talk about health care. I want to be clear about this. Access to quality health care must be considered a fundamental human right. No matter your race, gender, sexual orientation, ability to pay, or immigration status. Whether you've lived in Cook County your entire life or are a new arrival, history will judge us on how we treat and care for our fellow human beings today. Cook County Health provides more than 50% of the charity care throughout Cook County, more than half. And under the leadership of Cook County CEO Israel Rocha, no matter how tough the challenges we face, yesterday, today, or tomorrow, Cook County Health stands committed to helping ensure that every resident of Cook County can access the health care they need. Patricia Salgado is here today, and she can attest to this. Please stand, Patricia. She is a nurse who has been providing care for patients at Cook County Health's New Arrivals Clinic for the past year. She says cultural competency has been essential in the success of our New Arrival program. Patricia says, we speak patients' language. We empathize with them. Being raised in a household where other family members have made similar journeys has helped me understand what they are going through. Our team builds a bond of trust with our patients so we can give them the best care possible. A person's health is vital to their ability to thrive. We're making a difference every day, not only for our patients, but for our community as a whole. Thank you, Patricia. Since 2022, Cook County Health has cared for 13,200 new arrivals and provided more than 60,500 clinic visits. These have included complete physical exams, health screenings, testing, lab services, standard vaccinations, complete school physicals, and pediatric vaccines, as well as behavioral health screenings and counseling, care coordination, and prescription medications. To Patricia and all of our Cook County Health nurses, doctors, and staff, thank you. Thank you for all you are doing to keep Cook County healthy, vaccinated, and strong. In addition to caring for our new arrivals, Cook County Health will spend $44 million in ARPA funding to support the expansion of services at the health system, including mental health, substance abuse treatment, and crisis services. We're also investing $74 million in the creation of a new behavioral health authority, which is desperately needed. A recent report shows that African Americans are the only racial or ethnic group in Cook County whose suicide rates are now higher than they were at the height of the pandemic. More alarmingly, even before the pandemic, 69% of African American adults with mental illness received no treatment at all. For this and many other reasons, the Behavioral Health Authority is a critical, transformative effort that is long overdue. Another initiative addresses the health care debt of our residents. With the use of ARPA funds, we are the first local government to create a program to abolish medical debt. Called the Medical Debt Relief Initiative, we are partnering with RIP Medical Debt, a national nonprofit. With just $12 million of our federal funds, they have the potential to negotiate the purchase of up to $1 billion in medical debt for Cook County residents and cancel it. This initiative will have a tremendous impact on the future health and economic vitality of our region. The Medical Debt Relief Initiative puts equity at the center and helps those who need it most. Our Cook County small business community has benefited from one of our signature ARPA programs, housed in the Bureau of Economic Development. It's called the Small Business Source. This $86 million program provides access to capital, mentorship, and resources. And in fiscal year 2024, $40 million of that funding, a little less than half, will be available for businesses to apply for $10,000 and $20,000 grants. This, in addition to one-on-one advising and resources for marketing and promotion already available to them. This initiative is reinvigorating local economies, preserving jobs, and sustaining the vibrancy of communities across Cook County. To date, more than 15,000 businesses, 15,000 have been served through this program. Additionally, through the Bureau of Asset Management, or BAM, we're making innovative investments in our municipalities and helping provide critical capital upgrades in areas that need it most. This $20 million initiative called Build Up Cook provides Cook County resources for local infrastructure projects. Over the past year, BAM has worked with partners in the villages of Phoenix and Broadview to pilot and design the Build Up Cook program. Beginning this fall, Build Up Cook will move into phase 1 of the program, starting with a listening tour of 27 priority municipalities. We're committed to safeguarding the environment for future generations, and this budget initiative includes an effort to reduce our carbon footprint, conserve natural resources, and promote clean energy solutions. This includes the county's first off-site power purchase agreement for renewable energy. Starting in March of 2025, through the Bureau of Asset Management and the Department of Environment and Sustainability, Cook County's asset portfolio will source a quarter of its electricity from a new off-site solar project in Illinois. In its first year, this energy will cover all of the electricity use at 18 county-owned and operated buildings, including health clinics, office buildings, highway maintenance facilities, public safety buildings, and warehouses. As climate change impacts Cook County, our state, nation, and world, we all must do our part. And as we always do, Cook County will continue to lead. And the leaders are the people who work at Cook County. These dedicated civil servants are your family, your friends, and your neighbors, and they live all across our great county. Over the past year, our Bureau of Human Resources has increased the hiring pipeline by raising the visibility of the county as an employer of choice. They've also developed incentives and retention programs to ensure Cook County is able to stay competitive. Their work has been celebrated and recognized by the National Association of Counties, NACO. I often talk about the map of Cook County. If you look at any outcome, whether it's educational attainment, economic status, or life expectancy, you invariably see the same picture. The map shows that across the south and west sides of Cook County, the areas that have the highest crime and violence are the same communities that suffer the most from poverty, have the most under-resourced schools, and have the least access to healthy food and quality health care. And yes, we've found that digital equity and access to technology are no different. This map is why I work every day to advance issues of equity at the county, because your zip code should not determine how well you fare, and your race should not dictate your access to services or the digital world. High-speed internet access should be a right, not a privilege, and yet 27% of the households in Cook County do not have home internet service. 21% of Cook County residents do not have a computer in their household. This data is just a snapshot of what we learned along the way before launching our first ever Cook County Digital Equity Plan this week, led by our inaugural Director of Digital Equity, Kyla Williams-Tate. Speaking of technology, I'm pleased to share that recently, too, the Bureau of Technology completed Phase 1 of its current broadband expansion efforts, which connects several local municipal anchor institutions in the south suburbs to high-speed broadband. This includes the Palos Heights Police Department, the Tinley Park Public Works Department, Moraine Valley Community College, Thornton School District 154, and others. Our digital equity plan, with the support of the Bureau of Technology, is a strategic blueprint to ensure that all Cook County residents have equitable access to the digital infrastructure, devices, and tools they need to thrive in today's economy and society. It's our promise. Cook County, the second most populous county in the United States, is a microcosm of the nation's diversity and challenges. It has a rich history, a vibrant culture, and a dynamic population. But like many regions across the country, we also grapple with issues related to equity, justice, and inclusivity. In addition to our expansive pandemic efforts, we are spearheading a collection of equity programs through a dedicated equity fund. We are committing even more resources to the fund this year, which will continue funding important work in the justice system, public safety, health, housing, economic opportunity, community development, and social services to benefit historically marginalized communities. Again, this is all being done without raising taxes. To date, we've invested $120 million in the equity fund, of which $70 million is allocated for fiscal year 2024. It's important to note, however, just how significant and systems-oriented our equity work is. The equity fund has guided our work under the American Rescue Plan. It has transformed how we implement our strategic plan, in which we look at everything we do through an equity lens, including equity in grant making. It has recommended policy and structural changes that Cook County will continue to pursue to address persistent disparities in our communities. The formation of the fund and the task force demonstrates that equity is not just an aspirational goal. We're funding it. We're putting it into action. We're committed to working with our community partners to make these efforts inclusive, sustainable, responsive, and impactful. This is an ongoing journey towards building a just and inclusive community. The challenges are significant, but the progress made so far demonstrates that positive change is possible. Cook County budget for the upcoming fiscal year is a reflection of our values and our accomplishments. It embodies the principles of responsible governance investment in our communities, and a commitment to inclusivity and social equity. It's a comprehensive approach. It serves as a blueprint for how a community can rise to meet unprecedented challenges. It takes a community with people like Bella, Preston, and Patricia working with us so that we can all reach our promise together. The success of the ARPA programs in Cook County is not just a local achievement. It's a demonstration of what's possible when people in government work together with vision and determination. I want to express my sincere gratitude to the residents of Cook County for your engagement and for our many partners who deliver critical services on behalf of our residents. I want to share my heartfelt thanks for the work of our bureaus and for the leadership and collaboration of our commissioners. Special thanks to my Chief of Staff, Lynetta Haynes-Turner, for her incredible leadership, and thanks to our bureau chiefs, Zara Ali, Tanya Anthony, Soshi Flores, Liz Granado, Felicia Haddix, and Tom Lynch. To our department heads, General Counsel Laura Lekowitz Felicione and her staff, and to all the staff of Cook County. Special thanks today to our comms team, led by Nick Shields, and of course, Kara Yee, who wrote my speech. The coming months, we will work diligently to implement this budget. We will build Cook County, a Cook County that we can be proud of, and a place where opportunity knows no bounds. Thank you. Thank you.